Hello back, my lovelies. Today, we're going to talk about a secret designers use to really elevate their space, and I'm going to share that with you. So follow me. How do you elevate your space? And what are the tricks that designers use? That is part of what I would like to teach you guys, because I know that many of us can recreate this in our homes. This is something that comes very naturally to interior designers, so this is something that I had to share. Sometimes these recommendations may seem obvious. On many instances, I feel that even though they're obvious to the interior designer, maybe it's something that you guys haven't noticed, so I really wanted to point this out. There is a term called niche design, and that term really alludes to creating a corner in a room that is highly decorated and brings about an elevated and distinguished look to your room. So creating this very highly stylized niche corner can be done not only as interior designers, but you're able to do them. And the first thing you need to do in order to create this niche corner is to have a purpose for that corner. Is this corner going to be a place where you relax? Is it going to be a place where you can write emails or maybe write some letters? What is the purpose of that corner? Once you've determined that purpose, I'm going to show you how to really knock it out of the park. If you have struggles with your interior design needs, look no further, my friends, because I can be easily booked. Down below in the description section, there's a book a Zoom link with me, and it'll automatically book you for a meeting on my calendar so that we can have a one-on-one Zoom session. My first example happens to be a relaxation corner. I have one in the corner of my home that I created for you guys that I wanted to show you. Many of you know how much I detest recliners because of the fact that they're very unattractive, but there's a new solution in town, and Homebody has created these recliners that are basically invisible, meaning with the touch of a button, the footrest moves up, and you are really able to fall into this extremely comfortable position. Let's not even forget what type of cushions are on this recliner that is going to blow your mind. You've got 5 layers of luxurious cushioning and this irresistible, sustainable down. Not to mention the recliner only needs 2 inches of backspace. Now, I just have the recliner in my niche because I just find it to be more suitable for my particular needs, but remember, you can actually float these inside a modular sofa. So if you have a very long sofa, you can pick the middle one, you can pick the end, whichever part that you want to recline, this will do it for you, so it's totally customizable. So many of you are going to ask me, what color did you choose? I went for the marshmallow color because I find it to be very neutral. It's a velvet, which is really nice to the touch and very soft, which helps with the comfort. And then I love the fact that these are completely sustainable and environmentally friendly fabrics. Why? I don't want a bunch of toxins that I'm breathing in while I'm lounging. You guys know how important it is to make sure that you know what you're buying and what chemicals are or are not in your furniture. Lastly, assembling these things takes just a few minutes. It's not hard. They arrive in boxes and they're really great. The next niche is a very stylized niche that I also particularly love because of the fact that it's got 3 elements. 3 elements are really important in design. Things always happen in odd numbers and not in even numbers in design. So you've got the paravan, you've got the lamp, and then you've got the chair. And this creates what I call a trifecta of beauty. So what are we trying to achieve in this particular niche? This is not a comfort niche because the chair does not look remotely comfortable. This is a design niche. And yes, you can have a design niche that has no other purpose other than to create aha moments in your home. And a lot of us have furniture or items that we've collected over the years that we just don't know what to do with. Well, I suggest that you create this niche. I mean, I actually have a paravan that I took out of my office. My original office, if you guys remember, had this gorgeous chinoiserie paravan. I took it out because I did built-ins, and now I'm thinking, I think I'm gonna create this corner myself. I'm gonna float the paravan. I'm gonna bring in one of my ultra uncomfortable chairs that my husband hates, but I love, because he's not going to be sitting there for comfort. He's got his down, comfy recliner now, no complaints. By the way, did I mention it has a charger, a USB port for your phone? Like, without, you can't even see it. Anyway, back to what's important here. And then I'm going to float this architectural lamp, which is really going to make it extra chic. The next little niche is actually one that we just completed for a client of mine. And what I wanted to highlight about this is a single niche that is also very decorative. Important about this niche is that we needed some illumination in the room because of the fact that we have a lot of recessed lighting and we need ambient lighting in the room. So this is what I would call my ambient corner, where we want to bring in non-recessed lights to illuminate the room and give it that romantic feel. So why not put a sconce, but make the sconce interesting? There are many interesting sconces these days that have come to market. I'm going to link a couple of them in the description section, such as the one that you're looking at right now, and another one that just popped up yesterday when I was doing research for our episode that I love and I can't wait to use. So think about really bringing in art as light in a corner, not only to illuminate the corner and bring in ambient lighting, but just to make it really super designer. The writing desk niche. This is a very simple thing to do. I know a lot of us look for a space in our homes where we can put a writing desk that's not necessarily an office because you want it to look good. Previously, people were putting desks in their kitchens, which I think is terrible. It's a terrible idea. I mean, who wants to breathe in fumes of cooking while they're trying to write a letter or do something at the desk? So I prefer to do a writing corner. Writing corners are really easy to do because the only thing you need is a desk and a chair and perhaps an architectural lamp. This picture is a very simple one. It has this beautiful floral vase in there. You can do something decorative on your desk. You can do a standing lamp, but I just wanted to share with you the idea of having a desk in a corner of a room. It could even be in a living room. It could be in a family room. It doesn't have to be in a bedroom. It could be in a bedroom too. Float the desk in the corner. Make sure the desk itself is interesting and architectural. That's what's going to make it different than what you would normally expect. If you need a desk, you want to prop your laptop on there. Why not find a desk that is similar to the desk that's in this photograph? Of course, I understand that's an expensive desk. I understand that these things are hard to source. However, I have seen on many different websites recently, for example, I have seen on many different websites, sites like CB2, Crate and Barrel, et cetera, West Elm, that have these really interesting pieces that are not necessarily 4 legs and a top. They are asymmetrical, they are geometric, they are bulbous, they're round, they're interesting. And if you pop one of those in with an interesting chair, you've got your corner. Dining corner. Well, a dining corner is something we all need, and many of us struggle with either floating a table in a kitchen or creating a corner. And in places that are smaller, in rooms that need to be multi-purpose, this dining corner really works, and it works well. Why? Well, you have made it a very utilitarian space that happens to be extremely beautiful. Notice the single pendant. That is done for lighting and for looks. There's no reason why we can't do function and beauty in the same corner. If you do a round table, then you can create, of course, you have to have, an upholsterer, you have to have an upholsterer. Of course, you'd have to have someone make a cornered sofa, but you can also buy these cornered sofas these days. I've seen them on Wayfair myself. So you can certainly buy a beautiful round sofa, a curved sofa, shall we say, butt it up against the wall. Try and get a template of the sofa if you can from some of these websites and see if it's going to work in your corner, or have it custom made if you have somebody that's local in your region that can make a customized piece. And then all you have to do is buy a round table and get 2 beautiful chairs. Now you have created the most designer look on the planet. Get yourself a pendant sconce and you're in business. This is what I call the art niche. An art niche is an unexpected piece of art that is in a corner. So I'm not referring to the artwork that's on the wall. I mean, that's definitely a bonus and a benefit. Certainly I would like to have art on that wall, but what makes it the corner, artsy corner, is the fact that it's got a beautiful, in this case, Calder and Lalanne sheep under it. I understand the Calder mobile pendant is in the millions, and so is the Lalanne sheep. So I'm not expecting you guys. I wish I could buy it, but none of us can afford any of these things. But this is not what this is about. This is about putting artwork that we can all love and afford along with a pendant designer item. So if we can't access a Calder, we can access lots of beautiful, interesting pendant mobiles that are art that we can hang in the corner of the room. So the whole point of this is to have beautiful hanging linear art that's in the corner, anchoring it with another item that's in the corner. In fact, I've seen so many websites that sell sheep. I love the sheep idea. I think it's really sweet, except if your dog barks at it, which I think definitely Oscar would. We put a swan, you know, those inflatable swans in the pool the other day, and he started barking, and then he ran the other way. He was so scared, so much so that he wouldn't go outside anymore. So we had to kill the plastic swan, not the dog. Thank you, my angels, for tuning in today. I am really enjoying listening and reading some of your comments, and the fact that you guys are booking the hotel that I stayed at in Italy. I think that's fantastic. Or the fact that you're really loving these tips and being able to incorporate them. I am shocked. I love hearing what you guys are doing with your designs, and I can't wait to see you again next week on this channel, The Red Elevator.